These are the best Easter eggs and hidden details in 2017's It. Rewatch this absolute classic for like the millionth time, and the fun thing about rewatching this It is there's so many hidden details that if you're not paying attention, you might not see. And since it's the perfect time to go over them, as Pennywise once said, time to float. Starting off, when Richie is forced to enter the room of all of the clown dolls, if you look really closely at the background, you'll see a doll that resembles Tim Curry's It, even down to the outfit, which is a nice nod to the OG live-action Pennywise and America's favorite concierge. In the novel, Richie is a pop culture buff and takes a liking to monster movies even if they do petrify him. He's frightened by creatures like werewolves and those OG Universal monsters, so in the books, Pennywise would often transform into them. But because this movie takes place in the late 80s, they don't really acknowledge this aspect of Pennywise except for two scenes. One being the Neibolt house where Pennywise transforms his hand into a werewolf, and the second being the final fight where when he attacks Ben, he looks like the OG Universal mummy. One of the coolest details about this film is that you'll see Pennywise always watching the children throughout the entirety of the runtime. An obvious example being this scene of the kids patching up Ben after his encounter with Henry Bowers. If you look in the background at the mural, you notice Pennywise pops up out of nowhere. I remember finally noticing this when I was younger and just screaming, "Oh hell no!" But like I said, that's not the only example. This scene of Georgie going down the steps, you'll see Pennywise's eyes in the background up here and below the staircase. The library scene with Ben, where every time it cuts back to the page, you'll see this old lady getting closer to him as well as staring directly into his soul. And if you look even closer to the pages that Ben is reading, you'll see Pennywise appear in the background of the Easter disaster, showing that he has just been everywhere. Pennywise also follows Ben in this scene. This one's very obvious though. He follows the Losers Club to the town square controlling this clown. And he also appears in this TV show that a lot of the adults watch because you'll hear it in the background of many scenes in this movie. Bill can be seen holding Georgie's Lego turtle, which is a clear and obvious nod to Matern, the cosmic space entity that is the direct rival to Pennywise. No, I will not go further. I'm sure people have already flooded your timeline with explained videos. One of the sadder details in this film is you'll notice after the blood oath is finished, the first one to exit the scene is Stanley, and if you know what happens, pain. To lighten the mood, Eddie can be seen wearing a t-shirt with a car with teeth in the front, likely referencing another Stephen King book, Christine, which actually got turned into a movie by John Carpenter. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a banger. Lastly, the most out-of-pocket detail of them all is when Eddie is confronted by Pennywise in the Neibolt house. Pennywise literally makes fun of his asthma to prey on his fear. Insane work. That scene still got it for me. Let me know in the comments what is your favorite Easter egg and hidden detail in this film.